Hi, I'm Brandon Schmid. I'm a student here at the University of Southern Mississippi, and about a year ago I created a project called Dwell. Dwell is about taking 5 universities and throwing them into a competition against each other. And whichever university can raise the most money for cancer research and development wins the project. I chose 5 universities in the SEC along the Gulf Coast to enter the competition. I chose Texas A&M, LSU, Alabama, Georgia, and University of Florida. As part of the competition, the universities can be represented by one celebrity. I chose Underwood, Brad Pitt, Oprah, George Clooney, and Tebow. Now, each university would keep the money that they raise because they have their own cancer center or they are very closely connected to a research center in their vicinity. Now, the universities must hold on to the funds that they raise throughout the duration of the project. This gives us a direct estimate of how much money that facility actually raised. I believe the starting date will be August 22nd and she'll end around November 21st. The target participants that we're going after are the student organizations themselves at the institutions. I want to go after the Greeks, the athletics, the academic clubs, the resident hall associations. We're truly trying to unite every student organization into a common goal of raising money for cancer research. And the money will stay at that university. Now, there's 3 different ways that I came up with about how a student organization can help raise money. I noticed that these main campuses have large fountains. So one aspect of Dwell is to turn one of their fountains into a wishing well. Everyday students walking by the high traffic area could throw their leftover spare change into the fountain. And for the past year, I've actually been working on getting a wishing well here at Southern Miss. I contacted our student athletics, our student affairs. I met with the president of the university, and I actually got some high-profile athletes to stand next to the fountain on game days to encourage people to donate. So while guests are tailgating, waiting for the game, they can actually visit the fountain and see some of our high-profile athletes and actually donate to the fountain. So I've actually also tried to incorporate Greek mythology into the whole wishing well aspect of it. According to Quran, he would require payment in the form of coins, and if you couldn't pay this payment, you were left and you couldn't pass on into the afterlife. So I'm trying to target fraternities and sororities to make their own events and raising funds for Project Dwell. Greeks and sororities can actually receive community service hours, and I've actually talked to Grieve Life and got that approved through Southern Miss. So I hope that I could actually instill that into the other institutions to where if the sororities and fraternities do a project for Project Dwell, they actually get community service hours for it. Now, the primary and probably the most important way of generating money is going to be through the competition. The 5 schools' websites need to be directly connected to a Dwell website, and that can either be accessed through a tab or an icon or on the university's website. Now, the 5 schools will be listed with the companies that have sponsored them. If a student organization is responsible for that company to sponsor, then that student organization also, in addition, gets listed next to that company. Students can compete on who can get the coolest company to support them. The website also acts as a promotional tool for companies, and it's a way for them to compete against each other. Students will be going to this website on a regular basis to view their school and other school stats. And underneath the total pots or total accounts of each school has generated will be videos and short clips featuring the organizations participating in the project and that they can broadcast what they have been doing. It's a way of bouncing off ideas from school to school. I feel that celebrities that I have chosen to represent the schools will bring national attention to the website itself. Each business may have the option of placing a small logo next to their name, and if you click on the logo, it might be able to take it to that company's website. It's just a way of bouncing website from website. Now, ranking of which school actually wins. Ranking a Project Dwell can be either one of 2 ways. The first way to rank can be based on a per-student basis. The more students a school has, the more funds that school should be able to create. So the per student percentage was created to let smaller schools compete against the powerhouse SECs in the future. But currently, the per student percentage just may be irrelevant because right now we're only dealing with 5 SEC schools. So the second way of ranking can take place through a collective. The highest pot wins. Whatever school raised the most money for cancer research wins Project Dwell. Now the winner of Project Dwell would receive the day of ceremony in which the celebrities go to the day of ceremony and they congratulate that school. So celebrity involvement only has 2 requirements. One, that he or she make a short 30-second video addressing the university that they are representing them. The second requirement is that they show up to the award ceremony crowning that school of winner Project Dwell, and possibly a lunch or dinner with the student organization that raised the most money for their school. So I'm hoping a possible partnership with the American Cancer Society. I believe that they might be able to help us out in marketing and the organization about how the project could go. And I believe that the celebrities that I've chosen would be great representatives towards these schools. I didn't just choose a celebrity because they were, just because they were popular. I chose them because they had good hearts. So I would just like to thank you for watching my video and possible involvement in the Project Dwell. Thank you.